On March 11, 2021, Syria reached the milestone of the 10-year anniversary since the beginning of its civil war. During the Arab Spring, Syrians watched other countries oust dictators and democracies emerge out of the rubble of authoritarian regimes. As a result, Syrians became emboldened to try the same thing in their own country. But when protesters called for Bashar al-Assad to be removed from office, they found themselves the target of Assad's regime, who opened fire on the protesters, and a civil war ensued, not to mention Assad's ongoing use of chemical weapons on civilians. This has led Syria to suffer an ongoing humanitarian crisis. Roughly 12 million Syrians have fled their home, 6.7 million have become internally displaced, and 5.5 million have become refugees living across 130 different countries. One of the saddest parts of this humanitarian crisis is the record-keeping of torture and death suffered at the hands of the Assad regime. A guy named Caesar was tasked with photographing people killed during torture by the government. Every person killed is identified with a victim number and a number corresponding to the government agency responsible for the torture and death of that individual. Now the government has records of hundreds of thousands who have died. At this time, there remain countless numbers of Syrians who are currently illegally detained, disappeared, or living in uncertainty. While both Obama and Trump took a different approach in handling Assad and Syria in general, neither really tackled the humanitarian crisis. And now President Biden has the opportunity to protect the Syrian people from experiencing further human rights atrocities. The time to act is now. I'm Mariana Mancuso. This is Politics Simplified.